Hey everyone, is Tesla stock a screaming buying opportunity right now, or should we wait on the sidelines a little bit longer before we jump into this thing? That's a great question, which is exactly what we're going to talk about in this video. Let's get right into it. But hey everybody, my name is Matt. Thanks so much for being here. I really do appreciate your support. If you haven't done so already, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video. Again, thank you. I really do appreciate it. So to get back to our question, is Tesla stock a great buying opportunity right now? Well, in order to better answer that question, we first need to understand where has price been recently, as in what are the most recent pivot highs, what are the most recent pivot lows, and what has been the price behavior around this time. We need to understand all this stuff to understand, is the current price of about $780 per share a good buying opportunity, or should we wait for this thing to come down a bit more? Well, let's look at the most recent high. The most recent high happens to also be the all-time high, $900, which was pegged just a few weeks ago. Well, where has price been trading prior to that? What happened to bring price up to that all-time high of $900? Well, if you've been watching Tesla stock for any length of time now, you know exactly what it's been doing. Since late 2020, Tesla was going straight up like a rocket ship. Multiple percents every single day in some instances, but that thing was moving significantly higher, which seemed like almost on a daily basis, which it actually was almost moving higher every single day. Day after day, 1%, 2%, 3%, 5%, some days even more than that, 7, 10%. Massive moves higher. Well, now we look at the current price. $780 is what we're calling it, right? The last high, the previous high, was $900. Well, we're down about $120 per share, or about 13%. Is that a good buying opportunity? Again, we need to look at the most recent lows. When I talk about lows, I'm talking about like the most recent major pivot low that would show up on probably like a weekly chart. Why? Because higher time frame charts are more influential. I'm sure you already know that, but it's just something to remember. So when we look at a weekly chart or something higher time frame, we would look back all the way to late 2020 when Tesla was trading down around 360-ish, 350, 360, around that time frame, or $350 to $360 per share. That's significantly lower. So what would we have to say? Considering that major pivot low of about 350, 360 or so, around there, from there, that happened to be the origin, or the launch pad of Tesla stock that brought it all the way up to $900. Which brings us back to our original question. Okay, knowing that the launch pad of about 350, 360-ish or so dollars around there was the launch pad that sent Tesla stock all the way up to $900, is the current price of $780 a good buying opportunity? Well, of course, I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you exactly what I'm doing. What I'm doing is I'm going to sit on my hands for a while, and I'm going to continue to wait on Tesla. I'll tell you where I will be a willing buyer and a pretty excited buyer of Tesla stock, and that's going to be anything sub 375. Now, you might be thinking, dude, you're crazy. I'm going to shut you off right now. I can't even believe you just said that. I'm insulted that you just said Tesla is going to go down to $375 a share. Well, we'll have to wait and see who is right on this one, but I anticipate, considering I've been watching the financial markets on a daily basis very closely for over 12 years now, I've seen these patterns play out time and time again. Well, what is the pattern I'm seeing? A massive parabolic or hyperbolic, whatever you want to call it, move higher from around the 350, 360-ish range that happened in late 2020 all the way up to $900 is a pattern I've seen play out time and time again over the last 12 or more years that I've been following this. Or stocks, the financial market, you can see it in anything. Well, what happens when you see this pattern play out? You see price move significantly higher for some unspecified period of time. At some point, price pegs a high. Well, in this case, it happened to be $900. At some point, it pegs a high and it starts to move lower. It either bases around and moves higher again, or it bases around and then ultimately collapses. And where does it go? It reverts right back to the mean, right back to the origin of the move. That's exactly where it goes. Every single time you can go back in history and check this out on stocks, ETFs, currencies, commodities, precious metals, you name it, it happens all the time. Price moves really high, and then it reverts right back to the origin of the move. So I'm anticipating that Tesla stock at some point in the future, I don't know when. It could be 3 weeks from now. It could be 3 months from now. It could be 2 years from now. I have no clue when it'll happen. But eventually, I would anticipate Tesla to revisit the price range of about $350 to call it $375, kind of like that $25 range-ish. That's a really wide range, I know, but I'm just kind of giving you kind of like a rough parameters of kind of this is the window I'm looking at. When it is sub 375, I am a very happy and willing buyer of Tesla stock. At that point, it'll probably base around for a while once again, and then from there, we could probably anticipate a move higher that would probably eventually exceed the $900 price target or price range that we've seen previously as the all-time high. Again, this is just something that I've witnessed play out time and time and time again over many, many years in many different trading vehicles. So, the moral of the story is, at $780, I wouldn't touch it for more than, maybe like a short-term trade. Of course, I can't tell you what to do, but maybe as like a short-term trade, as maybe like you buy it for a few hours, maybe a couple days, maybe a week or two to capture a $10, $15, $20 move higher. Yeah, of course. Tesla is very volatile and it produces those types of price moves. However, would I buy it right now as a long-term investment? Not a chance. I wouldn't touch it right now for a long-term investment. However, when it gets down to that sub 375, yeah, I'll jump in there, I'll buy that thing, and I'll sit on it for years if I have to because I think Tesla's great. Not only Tesla is great, but Elon Musk is really great. It's more of an investment in Elon than it is in Tesla. And that's what I would be investing in is Elon. So, absolutely, I would say that. So, whether you agree with me or not, that's totally fine. That's what makes a market at the end of the day, right? You have two people that disagree on price. One buys, one sells, and somebody ultimately wins. You never know who does. So, that's what makes a market. But either way, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll continue to keep you posted with a bunch of other things going on. I love talking about this stuff and sharing my experience, my wisdom, my knowledge on all of this stuff regarding stocks, ETFs, trading, real estate, passive income, multiple income streams, all kinds of stuff like this. So I hope you're doing well. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you later.